Hello, everyone. This is Main Street with Constance. How y'all be doing? All right. Got a few things we want to talk about. You know, we've had some bad weather conditions and all that sort of stuff, and just some do's and don'ts while you're out and about traveling if you happen to be out in foul, bad weather. Now, driving on a main road is not the same as driving on a smaller road, a country road, county road, that sort of thing. So you need to make adjustments when you on the different types of road, but you still always need to be careful, okay? So the back roads are a little different, so you just need to pay close attention, especially when it's snowing. So I want you to avoid any unnecessary travel when we've got foul weather out, if at all possible. Now, those that do the main roads are not the same ones that do the county roads. So you've got different people, different timelines, things like that. So you need to be cautious and aware of all of that. Now, one thing you want to avoid is getting in the way of the responders. It's very critical for them to get out and do their job. So be it electric, police, the state road crews are out. You've got the EMS, emergency management. They're out and about checking on things, that sort of thing. So you don't want to hinder them from getting to where they need to be to take care of business. So we talked about this several times before about, being prepared in your vehicle. Do you have everything you need, especially if you maybe get stuck, run out of gas, the vehicle won't start, low battery, everything. And it has been cold several days, so it was recommended that if you're not going out and about, at least start your vehicle every day, about the same time every day, to make sure that it will start. There's nothing like you need to go out to do something urgent and it doesn't start, and in this weather, it'll take a while before you get someone to come out and help you, unless you got a spare parts of jumping cables, or you've got you can get those little portable charge-on things for your batteries. You plug it in and you hook it up to your vehicle. Now it's going to take a while to charge, but sometimes that does come in handy. So, okay. So with all the people that are out during the foul weather, because that's part of their job. And one thing I left out is the deputies are out also working. They're working the vehicle that have stalled in the middle of the road, or there's been a wreck, accident of some sort. Then you've got the salt trucks that are out salting primary county roads. So if you have to go out, drive with caution. We don't want you to be out in the ditch and the deputy has to come out and get you. Icy road conditions, you've got snowfall, freezing temps. The road is already cool or cold, so it doesn't take much for the snow to freeze to it, and it gets slick, okay? So if you must drive during extreme cold, slow weather, give yourself plenty of space between you and the other vehicles. Now, it may be slick, you don't know that for sure, but the possibility is 100%. So that's why you need to allow distance in between the vehicles that are around you. So in case something happens in the vehicle in front of you and they throw on the brakes, bam, now the deputy's got additional work to do, okay? Not that he's fussing about it and complaining, but you should be helping him and be careful about how you're driving. So have enough space between you and other vehicles, and travel with some emergency supplies. We've talked about this before, including a blanket, you've got scrapers, that sort of thing, extra water, do you have a shovel? So those are important things that you need, just a few of those. Got a flashlight, got extra batteries, all kinds of supplies like that. Okay, that's if you happen to be out and you're traveling and you come upon an emergency. So now if you have to be out and about on the main roads and the back roads, sometimes it deteriorates very quickly. So during times like these, maybe you can reach emergency services. Now out in the county, it gets spotty where the line is and for the antennas and things like that. So think about those things. Be prepared. So if you have a hard time getting a call out, just slow down and watch for first responders and flag them down, and they will help you. If you're not out and about and you're at home, you're staying home, a safe place to be, make sure you've got, some people have a weather radio that they listen to. If you lose power, you still got your weather radio. But listen to the weather, things like that, what's going on, how it's changing. Maybe you need to make adjustments at home. If you've got pets outside or you've got them in the barn, make sure that they're comfortable. They've got plenty of water, food to eat, things like that. So just add that to your list. Now, if you don't have to be out, stay at home. Make sure you've got plenty of supplies, snacks, water, backup heat. Remember, we had the rolling outages over the weekend. Some people were prepared, some people were not. So you maybe had an idea of how long it might last. If the weather had been worse, other conditions, it may have been longer. So you need to be prepared. If you've got a fireplace, we switched from all electric to gas for our heat, but to turn on the gas furnace, you need electric to turn it on and off. So we put in a wall-mounted gas heater, and you fire up your matches or your light stick and turn it on, and we got heat. Okay, we're not gonna freeze, mommy. So just things like that. Think about that. Candles, blankets, plenty of snacks and things, warm clothing. Be sure to check on your animals on a regular basis. Do they have enough supplies for outdoor animals? Do they need shelter? They definitely need water and food. One of the farms, they were trying some new ideas on how to maintain fresh water for their animals that are out. And of course, a couple of them froze up, but they had come up with some kind of weird wired basket to put in there to keep everything from freezing up totally. Creative, I might add that. So think about those things. Have a plan in advance so you're not in a rush or panic. Oh, I forgot. Okay. So during the low temps, make sure that you do start all your vehicles at some point during the time frame. Like I said, there's nothing like a dead battery, and your vehicle won't start. But having extra batteries, water, snacks, blankets, don't forget your meds. Yeah, you'll be okay. It won't last forever, hopefully. So Bledsoe County Emergency Management, the director is Ronnie Hudson. He runs a tight crew. They're very responsive. They're out. They're keeping up with everything that goes on. If there are any issues that need to be dealt with, they're there managing that. All the groups in the county and the city, they work together with other counties also. We've had some bad fires in Bledsoe, and Dunlap, Sequatchie County responded. So it's all part of the big community. So one group is not out there by themselves. They have other first responders that can respond appropriately as needed, okay? So Bledsoe County weather, you can find out things on Facebook page. There is a Facebook page for Bledsoe County weather. Like I said, if you've got an emergency radio, things like that. And also we do have the Bledsoe County Amateur Radio Club. Storm watchers, things like that, are keeping an eye on things. And there's also your local fire department that they're available for whatever, okay? So everybody has different groups, but they're all working mean and lean, okay? So ask that you be cautious of snow and ice covered roads. It's not easy. If you're not used to driving on ice, stay off of it. And then you may be on your way home from Chattanooga, Soddy Daisy, whatever. It's hard to tell especially as the light disappears, the sunlight, the condition of the road. So always drive cautiously, be aware of everything. It's hard to tell driving as the weather changes, what condition is the road in? So always be cautious. Sequatchie Valley Electric Cooperative. Yes, there were some planned outages due to the demand on the main grid. So, but if you have an outage in your neighborhood, I've talked about this before, they do have an emergency number for you to call in. Now, I recommend that you have a cell phone that you're going to call in and you register that with them. So when you call, they have an idea already of who you are and about what location you're in. So when you call to tell them that you've got a power outage, check all your surroundings around you, outside, your neighbors. Do they have power? Is it just isolated for you? Things like that. The more information you can give them, the more efficient they will be when they come out to make repairs, take care of whatever the issue is. They'll ask you, are your neighbors, do they have power? Are they out like you are? So they know it's a little bigger than just you. Maybe a tree fell on a line, something like that. So they need to know that. So they will be prepared to deal with anything and whatever they come up with when they arrive to make the repairs. And the information you share gives them that information so they're that much better repaired. Now, outage line, 24/7. That number is 888-421-7832. 888-421-7832. In addition to using your cell phone that you've registered, it knows whose names are on the account and can pull that up immediately and get additional information they needed. Now, if you've got an iPhone or an Android, you'll need to go to SVALLEYEC.com to report an outage if you have an iPhone or an Android. Now, if your house phone is working, use that. So also be on the alert for flood warnings for Bledsoe County. This is another tip. Please do not attempt to cross a flooded area. People think that they can get through. It's not that bad. You don't know how fast that water is running, so you may get stuck. So it's highly recommended that you do not attempt to cross. If you can turn around, do that and go back to where you came from. Do not think you can handle it or that your vehicle can handle, because you really don't know how high it is, how fast it's running. So you always need to be prepared and ready for whatever comes up. So hope you enjoy the weather. Be careful, be safe. Always have extra supplies with you on hand, and we will catch you later. Hey everybody, more information on Main Street happenings? Check here, Main Street with Constance.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative in the Sequatchie Valley.